What's up, everybody? Welcome back. No, it's been a little bit. We had a pretty busy off the farm in December. We had our big hunting trip, and then obviously all the holidays, and then kind of just those couple weeks in between there, we just didn't do a whole lot. But got some stuff back in the shed. Got the sprayer, one of the Magnums in here. Got a checklist of some things to do. Yesterday we had a mechanic come and just do over he did like a 60 or 70 point checklist on the sprayer, and he changed some drive hub oils and stuff like that, but then he just kind of left a list of some small things we can do. Nothing major. A couple O-rings maybe that need change, and a bolt broken here or there, but all easy things. And I think Luke is changing possibly the oil in his tractor in here since it's so cold outside, or in the other building rather. But then we also have the forklift. We're going to do a couple things. It's got, I don't know what these are called, tilt cylinders, I guess. Let's see if I can't turn this light on. Let's see. Well, anyways, in there, it's leaking quite a bit. So there's two of those cylinders. We're going to take those apart, get the seals placed, and then change some fluids, engine oil, hydraulic oil, things like that. So we got a little bit of work to do here the next day or two, and then it's supposed to warm up this weekend, so maybe we'll get some stuff moved around and get some more stuff in here. But got a seed, I guess you'd call it, seed meeting today around lunchtime, so we'll just be able to work for a couple hours here in the morning and then do that maybe for another couple hours afterwards. But we'll get done what we can and see what goes from there. So to change the oil in this forklift, as you can see, there's almost no clearance, and you got to access the filter from underneath there. So I got a 2x4 or 2x6 rather under both front tires. Hopefully, I don't know, 1 3/4 will gain us a little bit of help, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm actually not going to change the oil right now, but I'm going to work on these cylinders right here, but I wanted to get that moved up on there before I disconnected the mast. So I'm no forklift expert, but these pins, these are just like a normal pin. It's got a key in this side, but they've got like a bolt head on there, and they do spin with an impact, but they don't screw out. So I'm going to try to air hammer them out. Could be doing this totally wrong, but I guess we'll find out.
What's that to do?
I'm gonna hammer this pin out. Don't stand over there. Hey, come over here. I think it's about as far as I can go.
Turn it and spray it with some more oil. Clean out some.
I don't know if it belled out the end of it, kind of stopped it or not. Well, it's a new day. We had the that seed meeting yesterday, and then a salesman stopped by. Just got kind of busy, so tore into this forklift a little bit more. And what you saw yesterday, that pin came out pretty easily, so we got that disconnected. But this one is a real booger. Usually these pins are really hard, and so after that one drove out so easy, I expected the same from this one, and then it got really egg-shaped here, and it was just impossible to get out of there. So what we ended up doing is just unscrewing the ram from the clevis there. But you guys aren't even gonna be able to see this very well, but let's see, turn the light on here. Here's the other pins, and this is connected right to the frame of the forklift. And the only way to get that pin out is through this little hole, and there's obviously no way you're getting any sort of hammer in here, or even a pry bar, because once you get it into the clevis part, you can't reach it. So what we wanted to do, and we have the proper tools for it, is just to twist it off right here like you're supposed to, and then just pull the ram out. But the tool we have is for bigger cylinders, and it's not going to work on that cylinder in the hole there. So Luke's busy right now, and then Dad wasn't for sure if he's the one that bought that tool or not, so we need to figure out if maybe we can get a smaller tool or what. But since this project's kind of on hold, we're going to do a couple things to the sprayer. It's really not that dirty. There's just some mud packed up by the back tires on the boom, so we're going to get that cleaned off. And then I think Dad's maybe going to see if Berkey's in town's got a couple parts, just the small parts that we need. Even with the PVC pipe. Well, got all that mud taken care of. You can see it's just loose dirt on there now. We'll have to take it outside and blow it off. And then stuff like this, that's really caked on there, you can't scrape off. We'll have to take outside and pressure wash, but I don't know when that's going to be, because tomorrow is supposed to be pretty nice, like 40. But we're going to be busy. Got to help a neighbor run some cattle through the chutes, so we're not going to be around tomorrow. And then after that, it's supposed to be single digits as highs for the foreseeable future. So I don't know. But as I was saying, there's a couple of bolts we had to fix. It's not really a big deal. As you can see, we're up here on the mast. Here's the pin that runs through there and holds that. As you can see, there's supposed to be a bolt that goes through there and just holds that pin in place. But I think what happened is these pins got seized to the mast part. So whenever it rotates as this goes up and down, snap that bolt off there. So I think what we're gonna have to do is, on a nicer day, boom this out and then maybe take the pressure off the boom, raise up on the mast with a forklift or something, so we can try to get those pins spun back in. But besides this, There's one little U-bolt down here that's just holds some hoses in, and then down there is a steering pin and bushing. Actually replaced one on the other side. That's a pretty common wear item, but those aren't going to be in till Monday, I think, so that's pretty easy. But other than that, we just got to change the oil in this. I don't know if we'll do that in here or the other building because it's kind of messy, but then again, it's supposed to be cold, so we'll see. Okay, while Matthew and I were doing a couple things at sprayer, Dad actually was able to get the cap off that cylinder. See these holes right there? You usually stick a tool in there so you can twist it, but Dad just put a punch in there and hit it with the hammer, and it was loose enough to where he got it loose. So Matthew's working on that one, and hopefully the other one comes off just as easy. That won't be too bad. So we left the, I don't know what you call the body of it hooked up, and we'll slide that ram back in there. Get this project done. We still need to change the fluids underneath there, but we'll have to wait till the filters and stuff come in.
Filters came in with the seals.
Guess they're here, so we should get this wrapped up. You gotta do this yet? People are gonna be wondering why you use a puppy pad upside down. Do you use this punch, you know?
Called gear increaser, you said?
Yeah. Gear increaser lubricant. Okay. What's up? We are rotating tires on my tractor, as you can see. These are awesome tires, Michelin Agribibs. Probably, in my opinion, the best row crop tractor tire. They wear like iron, and they're very expensive, but there's a reason for that. This tractor came with them, so it's got 1,000 hours on it, and there's still tons and tons of life left. I don't know. They're probably still 80%, I bet, with 1,000 hours, maybe more, maybe 90%. But anyway, we do a lot of road time, as you guys probably know who've watched, but the front ones are just starting to lip out just a little bit. So we're moving the inside dual on one side to the outside on the other side and vice versa. But the rear ones look pretty good, so I don't think I'm gonna mess with them for at least another year. But anyway, we're gonna keep going here. should roll it off the board.
Take it care. I want to see the wash lines as well. Well, no, it doesn't matter. I'll wash it when I wash it. Yeah.
If you had the nuts, it had to be done now.
Phew. Okay. We're somewhat legit. Probably not completely. We've got some jack stands, probably aren't quite heavy enough. I don't know. They're 12 tonners a piece, and then our air jack. But we've got the pressure left off of the air jack, so the jack stands are pretty much holding it up. But they're full extended. Still makes the guy a little nervous, but anyway. Okay, we're going to bring one of these tires right here. I marked it here. We need to go to left inside. So I went right outside to left inside. Okay, here we go.
Underneath.
Well, we got them on. Hopefully that'll help. You can see, seem like the right side, which would be these tires right here, if you can see that. These have a little more wear on them. You would think it'd be these that would wear because they ride on the shoulder, not the shoulder, the crown of the highway more often, but maybe the shoulder of the road wears them out. So anyway, got them put on. The jack's held up good. I got to let it down. Matthew left us early, but that's okay. I don't know what he had going on. We're going to try to chase some coyotes this evening with Jonathan's new thermal. You got that, baby?
That's not it.
Oh. Anyway, stick around. Check back in tomorrow. We'll check back in because I've got something coming in that I bought that we desperately needed. It's supposed to be here tomorrow, so see you guys then. Well, it's the next day. Becca and I left about 10 o'clock this morning. First of all, let me show you what I got. Got a new Brandt conveyor. Like I said, Becca and I left about 10 o'clock this morning. The rep was going to deliver it here, but he had some other stuff going on, so I just told him I'd meet him halfway. He ended up running a little late, actually, so we drove probably 3/4 of the way. I don't know, drove about an hour and a half to go pick it up. But this is exciting. We've been wanting one of these for a long time, or I have been wanting one for a long time. I'm growing seed beans this year. We've grown seed beans for several years, actually. Growing some Beck seed beans this year, so we're actually hauling them in ourselves. Previously, we were growing beans for Bayer. They had a company that'd come haul them for you, but Beck's pays you to haul them, so needed a conveyor because, as you farmers know, you got to be gentle on the seed beans, and the conveyor is the best way to do that instead of an auger. But this is a Brandt 1545 TD LP. So it's a, well, they just said 1545 TD there. TD stands for top drive. You can see the motor right there. That's a 10 horse single phase. Hopefully one day I'm going to build some bins, probably sooner than later actually. And I might end up putting a 3-phase motor on that, but I wanted single phase now because that's what all of our bins are. But like I said, it's a 1545, so it's 45 feet long, which is pretty long for a just a truck conveyor out of grain bins. But I know they say on conveyors that the incline is pretty important. You get too much of an angle, then especially in dry corn, it starts rolling back. So I want a little bit longer one for that, as well as we've got a few grain bins really that a 35-footer would not work. We're coming from an old Mayrath 8-inch 31-foot auger. It did the job. It was a pain, it was loud, it's hard to set up. You had to end up, you guys know that, you had to dig underneath the grain bin sumps to get your hopper to slide underneath there. This is low profile, so this will slide under probably about 8 inches of clearance is all you need. This is a hopper cover. I had them throw that in with it. Well, I had to buy it, thinking it was going to be kind of like this heavy duty rubber. Well, it's no more than just tarp material. That was $225, but wanted to have something to cover this up in storage to keep critters out of it. But anyway, 1545, 45 foot long. The 15-inch stands for how wide the belt is. So the belt is 15 inches wide. The tube is 10 inches. So yeah, it'll keep up easily with our 8-inch underflows. It should keep up fine with a 10-inch underflow. It will keep up fine. The only limiting factor might be that 10-horse motor. So if we ever go to a 10-inch underflow, then we may have to put a bigger motor up there on the top drive. But pretty cool. Most of you farmers know how these conveyors work. We're just kind of behind the times here. But got a lever here. This plug's just zip tight on there. Lever here that raise your hopper up. Whenever you get underneath the grain bin, pull it back, slide it under. So anyway, I'm excited. We're also probably gonna, since we don't have a fancy bean tender for our planter, we've got an old 1970s Easy Flow wagon with a little cup auger on it. We might actually use this spring to load our seed tender. So we'll just set the box over here with the forklift, open the box up instead of having to climb up the wagon. But anyway, we're excited to use it. It's pretty warm today, actually. It's in the 40s. A little bit of snow's melting, but it's going to get real cold, I think tomorrow and the next day, like back in the single digits. So we do have some grain I think we're going to start hauling. Markets are actually a little bit of an uptick. That's good. Hopefully we can keep that trend on pace going in the right direction. But anyway, that'll be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. We will have some action of this thing probably in the next video, I'm guessing. Hopefully it works okay. We shall see. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.